All right, number 9, it wants us to work backwards this time. So they are giving us a composition of functions, and it's called H. And we want to work backwards and see what two functions they started with, so that if you were to write f of g of x as two separate functions, when you compose them, you get the h of x function. And so we're given h of x is equal to the 4th root of 7x minus 9. Now, there are an infinite number of ways that you can write this. The only restriction would be if they gave you one function, you would have to come up with the other. The easiest way to think about this is there's usually a grouping symbol, so there's an outer function and an inner function. So the outer function, we call that f, the inner function, we call that g. That's what we plugged in. So the outer function in this case is going to be the 4th root. So I would say f of x is the 4th root, and then just replace all this with x. So usually you just take the outer function and just put x there, and we call the inside g of x. This is one of the simplest ways to do this. So now if I was to say f of g of x and I plug this in for x, it equals this. There's other ways you can do it with multiples, other roots, but this is one way that works. There's a bunch of different ways we can do it. So here we just want to select functions for f and g based on what they have that will actually work. So right now I have f as the 4th root of x, and so I'm going to find if they have one like that. They do right here. F is the 4th root of x, and then g to be 7x minus 9. G right here. So these two functions would work. All right, number 10, we're going to do the same thing. We want to go backwards. Decomposition is what this is really called, decomposition of function. And we are given h of f. H of x is f of g of x. And that is equal to the absolute value of 5 minus 4x squared. All right, so outside the grouping symbol is absolute value. So I can say f of x is the absolute value, and just replace all this with x. And then the g of x is now the inside. Okay. So 5 minus 4x squared. So again, this is just one way to do it. Multiple ways you can do it, but that's the most simplest form. So f, absolute value of x, g, 5 minus 4x squared.